Tell the
because
truth.
my family is all around me here, but he doesn't have any family here.
You didn't answer my question.
Yeah.
My question was, how would you feel about it?
But I don't like it. I want him to be with me. With my
Okay. So you would sacrifice your feelings so he could feel better?
I guess that's what I do, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that what a mother does for a child?
Yeah.
So when a mother does that for a child, does she respect the child?
No.
Stay with me here. You don't have to respect your children, do you?
No.
I know this sounds funny to a lot of people. You can take care of your children, but when your children grow up to be men, and you're still taking care of them as if they were children, you're being disrespectful. When wives take care of their husbands, sacrifice their feelings so their husband's feelings become more important, they're being a mother to the husband, and you cannot mother a man and respect him at the same time, can you?
No.
It's disrespectful to mother a man. So you're either going to respect him or you're going to be his mother. And I got to tell you something. If you don't respect him, then you're not actually loving him as a woman. You're loving him like a mother. You might as well change his diaper or feed him or something.
Okay, so what do I do then? Tell me, what do I do?
Well, stop mothering him.
For him, I should just let him take care of
Well, he's trained you to mother him, hasn't he?
He somehow, yeah.
Yeah, you've kind of fallen into that.
Yeah.
It was expected of you, and you felt that that was the only way that you could get love from him.
Yeah.
And all you've gotten as a result of it is more and more disrespect, right?
Yeah.
And I want to tell you the mechanism in that is that men actually want to be men, but if they stay attached to their mother or the mothering energy, regardless of whether the mother's living or dead, they can still stay attached to the mother, and they can transfer that to their wife, and that's most usually what they do. They want to get mothered by their wives, which keeps them small. And because they know that internally, subconsciously, whether they've ever heard me or somebody like me speak before, they know it themselves. They know that they're not being the man that they were meant to be, and they know that they're codependent in some way on a woman and need her nurturing and validation. And the more they get that nurturing and validation, the more it invalidates their masculinity. Can you hear that?
Yes, so I should stop.
So you actually do a huge disservice to men when you mother them. And when a guy gets more than 20 years old or something, he ought to start being treated with the respect of manhood, even though he may not have earned that yet. He will grow into that. But if you keep treating him like he's like 14 years old or something, or 12 years old, then he could stay like that until his 40s or 50s and never actually, and then transfer that to his children and his wife and everyone. Yeah. I'm standing for men who actually stand up and be the man that they want to be, that they're proud to be, and that they teach that to their sons and daughters, and that they have daughters that want to marry men like them, and sons that want to grow up and be like them, and wives that can't wait to come be around them because they have a powerful masculinity that they're proud of, and proud and humble at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't get that if you're being mothered by your wife. You got that? So your feelings, I'm just saying all that. Be responsible for your feelings, but share them. Tell him how you feel, and ask him, what does he think? Men like to be respected for their thinking. A masculine man will begin his sentences with, I think, I know, I've decided, I choose, like that, right? They'll tell you what they think about stuff. And they like to be respected for their guidance, for their thinking, for their reasoning powers. Men like to do things and think about things and plan things and make things happen, and they like to be respected for that. That's their service to you. And they like to a masculine man likes to take care of women and children. They enjoy it. They want to. Great. So And then you asked me what you should do because you wanted to keep seeing the guy, and you were planning on doing that in secret. And I said,
Well,
don't.
it's not actually a secret. They know it. They just want to ignore it. And my dad is the only one who doesn't know about it because they just don't say anything to him.
Okay, I got that.
Yeah.
So that's a conspiracy. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
And this guy is like, I'm just going to guess, if he's like most fathers, he's probably spending 18 to 20 hours a day working to support a family.
Yes, that's the kind of guy he is.
Right?
Yes.
So whatever car you have, whatever credit card you have, whatever phone you're talking on right now, whatever food you ate today probably came from that guy, right?
True.
The clothes you have on, your watch, everything came from that man's efforts. And you want to create a conspiracy and hide something from him? So you went back with the guy after your father said no. And did you go to your father and say, look, I've thought about this and I really care for
No,
this
my
guy?
dad wasn't around, but I told my family, like this time I was open about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm dating this guy.
Okay.
And they're like,
So you need
well,
to
I
tell
don't
your
know.
father. The
It's
short
not a
answer, just
thing.
like I told you today in the email, is you have to tell your father. You need his permission.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's bothering you, and that's why you've written to me twice about it and called me on the television show, because it's bothering you.
Well,
And it's bothering you because it's an out of integrity, because you love your father and you respect him, and he doesn't approve of this guy, and he's got his reasons, and he has a right.
so what do I do if he doesn't approve?
Respect him or get out of the house and pay for your own stuff.
All right.
Okay? I know it sounds tough, but that's what you need to do. You either respect your father or don't disrespect him by staying in his house and betraying his trust.
Okay.
That will set up a relationship. And if you do that with this man and he does that with you, you will set up a condition of no integrity, and you will have nothing sound to base your relationship on. Now, I'm not saying that what you're doing, hear me out, because you called and asked me a question.
Yes.
I'm not saying that what you're doing hasn't been done for centuries, okay?
Yes.
That's what Romeo and Juliet's all about. And if you go to Bali, there's two gods that they celebrate that had the forbidden love from two different tribes. You know, my own wife and I are from two different tribes, if you will. I'm from the Oklahoma Indians, and she's from Iran, you know, and they didn't necessarily approve of me at first. So, you know, but I had to go prove myself. You know, I had to go show myself to be an honorable and lovable person and win their respect. And it wasn't easy. I tell you, man, I showed up at Persian weddings with 500 people staring at me like, who's that guy and why is he here?
Yeah, my boyfriend has done a lot of...
You know, well, he might need to do it a lot. I had to do it for several years. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so he might have to do it a lot. And it'll, you know, he'll either turn and run or he'll stand up to the heat, you know?